Just ahead of Game 2, Oilers and Kings. It is the Rink Report. Tom Gazzola with Carlin Bathe, Kings reporter and host, and this is becoming a tradition, which is a lot of fun. I was joking on the air, Carlin, that we've all become like good friends among the Oilers and Kings reporters. That's just my side of it. How do you look at it now, 3 years into this?
Honestly, when we were playing our last game of the regular season and the score was going back and forth with Chicago, we were about to go to Dallas, we're about to go to Edmonton. I was kind of, fingers crossed, hoping we were coming to Edmonton.
Really?
With just the relationships and the people we've met over these last few years, I'm sure fans want to hear we've got bad blood, but honestly, between reporters and talent and hosts, and it's all good blood here. Plus, I know where to eat, I know where to go. There's a new Loblaws behind our hotel.
Yes.
Like, there's up and coming places here at Edmonton, so we've seen the growth in this city and just how great the playoffs have been for it. It's great to be a part of it again for the third time.
How about the growth of the series and the rivalry and what it has become, in your opinion?
Yes, well, the growth of the series, I think the Kings have gotten a lot better defensively, and I'm sure we'll talk about Game 1 and where maybe that could have showed up a little bit more, but Kings PK, I think, heading out of last season and being eliminated by the Oilers, the Kings knew they had to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
They made a huge adjustment with how they operate on the PK and ended second in the league with their statistics there. And still, you look at how good Edmonton's power play is, and I think the growth of their game as well, it's almost like creating a beast, and we've just become a different version of what we were 2 series ago, last year and the year before. So special teams has been the story, I feel like, every series with them.
It has been. And we bring up the Kings PK, and I was wondering how the Oilers would handle the Kings.
Yeah.
And they went 3 for 4 the other night, which is a testament to what the Oilers were able to do, and I'm sure the Kings are going to make their adjustments. Talking to the players, talking to Jim Hiller, what kind of vibe are you getting from those guys, and what are they telling you?
Well, I think they're looking for better balance, because speaking with Pierre-Luc Dubois specifically, the best defense is when you're playing good offense. If you're 180 feet away from your own net, how can the Oilers score then, right? So I think they're looking to be able to make a better balance with the way that they're handling their offense. Oilers, as you know, had a lot of rush chances last game. They're so good in transition, and it can get any good decor, really.
Yep.
So not many changes for the Kings tonight. We'll still have Cam Talbot in net, but just looking at how they need to focus more on offense too. Balance is the word going into tonight.
I like that, and I like the balance that the Kings have on their roster as well. Both teams made adjustments going into the season, obviously, and we're kind of seeing the differences and the nuances between the two. One thing, though, and a guy that's been around this series the whole time and been around with the Kings for a long time is Drew Doughty.
Yes.
And you told me a little bit beforehand, because I was wondering, hey, are they talking about discipline over on the Kings side? And he did touch on that a little bit.
A little bit post-game. He was disappointed. Drew, he'll never throw any one person under the bus, but he is so aware as an alternate captain of just where this team needs to be in terms of discipline. And he was that was one of the first things he talked about. You can't take penalties, especially in the offensive zone. You can't take penalties. And you mentioned Oilers going 3 for 4 on the power play. That shows you why you can't take penalties. Right. If you didn't let any of those power play goals happen, we would have had a tied game. Maybe we would have gone to overtime, put on a good show here in Edmonton.
A late show.
Wouldn't have minded it. But yeah, these 8 p.m. start times, by the way, my goodness, it's something, that's for sure. But yes, discipline, whether you use that phrase or not, that is the hope for tonight. Just keeping sticks in check, not having egregious holds.
Yep.
Yes, there's a little more slippage in the playoffs in terms of just hits and what they allow in terms of hostility, but not the blatant penalties.
Right.
You can't be taking those. So Drew was very candid with us, as he usually is, and that's something they will look to diminish tonight for sure.
Absolutely. Okay, Carlin, what about in goal? Are we going to see Cam Talbot again? Because I know Riddick was in the quote-unquote starters net in Edmonton, and we get all excited about the starters net and all of that. Are we going to see Cam Talbot again, who was talking about the environment and the vibe around here? And what do you expect from him if he is getting the nod?
Yes, he will be in net as far as I know so far, just from what we've heard at morning skate this morning. Cam Talbot will get the start tonight. And, the team is very aware of, there's been the phrase of we've hung him out to dry, or we weren't defending well enough for our goaltender. They want to be able to lay down for more shots, get in more lanes, make sure he doesn't have to carry the brunt of the load. And you guys know Cam Talbot so well. When he's on, but yeah, every goaltender needs a little bit of help. You can't just let them be the only defender in,
Yeah.
back on the back end there.
I said it on the show earlier today. I'm like, that looked like Cam Talbot with no defense in front of him in Edmonton in 17-18.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting the blame on him for sure. Last one for you. What type of game are you expecting between these two teams as we head into what should be another long, fun, late night between the Oilers and Kings?
I'm expecting an exciting game. I'm expecting the Kings to be ready for the onslaught of Edmonton Oilers. I know they know how fast of a team they are. I know they know what Leon and Nugent Hopkins and Connor McDavid are all about. I know that they are ready for that. I think that the Kings are going to be more prepared, more forward-thinking with their offense, and I think we're going to see a closer scoring game. That was wide open, 7-4
Yeah.
first game, game one. I'm thinking like a 3-2 or 2-1, something like that. More focus on eliminating chances, but creating their own as well.
I am 100% behind you on that tighter game tonight. Oilers-Kings game 2. Carlin Bay, thank you, and maybe we'll do this again when you guys come back if the series goes that long and Oiler fans are saying, shut up, Tom. But hey.
Hey, bring your gear to LA, Tom. We'll do it down there in the sunshine, okay?
I like that. Carlin Bay, check her out. Fantastic stuff. That is the EST Rink Report.